everybody, and welcome back to Vampyr Part 2, where I have done nothing so far, so we are starting right off from the last part. In which case, I am going to try to speed up my way through conversations. I know I still haven't fixed you yet. On my to-do list, which I have not started doing. Alright, so honestly I don't really need to explore the hospital because we've already explored it. And there's not much we haven't looked at in here. This is the only hallway I think that we haven't gone down. And even then we've like peeked in. Okay. Oh, hello. Yeah, I think I can just sell any bottles that I get from here on out.
My sweet girl.
God, can I talk to all of you?
I never could keep anything from her.
Oh, out front. Okay. Well, before I start talking to you, let me talk to you, because we have yet to talk.
Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed?
What can you tell me about your...
Not much to say. Just take care of my...
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I...
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Oh, good for you.
May I ask if you have an occupation?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Okay.
What do you think of your reception here?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Okay. Well, I don't really care to kill either one of them, so you're on the chopping block right now.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Yeah, I don't care about you.
Have you heard rumors of blackmail?
Dr. Reed, are you trying to take...
Of course not, Mrs. Goswick.
Well, go be curious somewhere else.
You're very
Goodbye,
annoying.
Mrs.
I'll tell you that. Alright, so let's see if we can't figure out who everybody is at first.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see.
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about you.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being...
I'm a carpenter. And a good one, too. But that...
Tell me about the doctors.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rival.
Okay.
Are you satisfied with...
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed.
I won't lie to you about it.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleague...
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Have you heard talk of any black...
No?
Cool.
Is there anything else that's...
I'm all right, considering the state.
Goodbye
Okay.
for...
My sweet girl.
500. Ah, yes, you will make a perfect little minion.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your...
Please, could you tell me something?
I'm a great admirer of your work.
What made you choose...
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired...
Cool.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific...
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the...
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect...
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Well, he seems very enthusiastic.
What can you tell me?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea, but with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious...
As we hear someone dying in the background.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with it?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier...
Do you want me to play the errand boy?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the product.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Okay. Cool. Wow. Okay.
Have you heard...
If you're running some official inquiry, you had better question the
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
He seems very fanboy of us, so...
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion...
What is it you really want?
A fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must...
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of...
Fair
Tell
answer.
me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Why, thank you, good sir. I think I
Goodbye,
shall
Doctor.
keep you as a pet. Mayhaps. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to Harvey here. You won't give me much blood, so I don't
Good
really
evening,
mind
Mr. Fiddick.
Good
sparing
evening,
you.
Dr. Reed. Any news about...
This really is just me, like, setting up my meals, isn't
Tell
it?
me about your injury, Harvey.
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
This part may just be me talking with all of them and getting them ready to
Tell
be
me more
devoured.
about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army.
Oh yeah, I
Building
think it's
workshops for
1918 by the
Royal
way.
Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Okay, so we have one more
Goodbye
before
for-
we're done with him. And then we can eat. Dude, if we just started like gnawing on everybody though. Just num 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 num. Oh wait, I don't need to talk to you about anything, do I? Crane, Ackroyd. What a Ackroyd?
I'm quite
Have you heard about
blackmail? No.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd,
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital. That
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly.
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Okay.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with...
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
How? What? Okay.
It seems you have bad...
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
Man of principles.
Thank you, Pure.
But not very evolutionary. Alright, so let's go find... Actually, we still need to talk to this guy.
Unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that my...
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate. It's locked.
Looks interesting. Hold on. There's a lot of side activities I can do right now. Yeah, I guess this one might as well just be a attempt to evolve ourselves. Hi.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doc.
Wait, I thought I had questions for you. No? Okay.
Goodbye.
Oh no, wait, yeah, I could have sworn I had questions for you. What is this for?
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than...
Ah, I'm gonna have him for dinner.
You see, no one has claimed your body, sir. So it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir. And I thank you for your generous donation.
Ah. Long letter. Hello, sis. How are things in the big city? Here in Brum, things are not so good. It seems the flu is here again, and we may... In bed with a woman died of flu just a few hours ago. Sorry I did not take time to quickly answer your last letter. Between taking care of little Paul, mom, dad, and my job at the factory, I rarely find time to write my favorite sister. By the way, my son says hello to his auntie Pippa. You should see the little bugger already drive me mad, and mom says you bring back some of those marvelous cakes next time you come back home. In your last letter, you told me you thought about quitting your job at the Pembroke Hospital. I have to tell you, Pip, you better think twice. There are always jobs at the factory, but wages are shit, and it's boring as a day without a shag. Oh, I have a new fiance, and no, I'm not a slut, you moral bitch, you. So if you really want to quit and do something more useful than counting the dead every morning, maybe you better stay in London and join the band you told me about. The Guard or Priven, something like that. Never heard of them, but if they're, like you said, some sort of civil militia trying to make a difference, then maybe it's a good choice for you. Just be sure to let others go in front. That's how my poor Billy got killed in France, by laying too many patrols, play war. Anyway, come back as soon as you can and give me all the good news for that. Okay. I want to say, I feel like that should definitely have some, Hello, miss.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doctor.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
Fair enough.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
So we just let people die?
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
That's a lovely place to have that end. 3 bloody thousand. Mmm. Delicious.
Disgust on every street corner.
Good evening.
Evening.
I forget if I have anything.
Have you heard rumors?
If you want to know what's going on here, you better talk to Miss Jones. She knows everything.
Oh,
Why do you feel responsible for the
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Tell me what really...
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire?
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Why lie?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Reconstructive surgery has been very...
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
oh. I didn't realize I could fail one of those. That's interesting.
Where were you stationed, sir?
I really don't want to talk.
No offense.
You were an officer, what?
Okay, so we can go back over stuff.
Goodbye for now.
Damn.
Honestly, in that case, with him being the way that he is, I may just eat him.
Hello again, Doc.
Oh wait, I've already dealt with
Goodbye,
you.
Miss...
You're the pinnacle of a group, though, so I'm not actually gonna kill you. Thelma. Thelma.
Good evening, Miss...
Where's Luis?
Blood doctor.
Have you heard of any...
I have no time for mortal games. My secrets are beyond their comprehension, Dr. Reed.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him...
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else?
Would you say... You...
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs.
Hmm.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark.
Dorothy Crane. I haven't talked to her in a bit. The fact that, like, everyone freaking moves around is a little annoying, I'm not gonna lie.
Dr. Reed, may I help you?
You may.
What can you tell me about the epidemic, Nurse Crane?
Everyday folk don't know how bad it is. The papers...
News on the front stated that the Spanish flu was under control.
It seemed to be for a while.
Okay.
What can you tell me about our...
This hospital was founded to help the East End poor and...
Can you be more specific?
Well, veterans, the elderly, dock workers. We even have a few mental patients. If there's space, we take them.
How kind of you.
For how long have you...
I first volunteered at the Pembroke in 1911.
And before you arrived here?
If you must know, this was my first...
Nice.
Well,
Good for
Dr.
you.
Swansea certainly has confidence in your abilities. Are you in charge of the nursing staff?
Not in an official capacity, but the Pembroke doesn't always work above board, so to speak.
What about...
Dr. Reed, we don't have the money and resources.
How is the duty roster? Or...
Everybody works until they can't. If there's time, they'll eat a meal and shed a silent tear.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Cool. Doesn't appear that she has much to offer me. Okay. So got everything there. Okay, he's recovering. Clay. Where is Clay? Oh wait, he's at the bottom area, isn't he? Got everything for Pippa. Almost have everything for Milton. Strickland. I wonder if it... Yeah, it does count when I screw up. Cool. And not cool, but cool. This one's gonna die. Tell you that now. Alright, so let's see. Alright, I think I shall
Good evening. And good evening.
first check with you if anything new has come up, which it doesn't look like it. Oh wait, no, here it is.
What do you think of...
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so...
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Nice.
Goodbye,
Okay. So we got him. Let me just rummage through the trash, because you know that's the type of vampire we are. And ooh, hello. Yoink. Alright. There he is. I had a feeling you were hanging out around here. Crumpled letter. I'm tired of shit, Clay. What the heck did you do? All the bloody docs are gossiping about how my husband has just got the stupid kid. How many times did I tell you to count him to 20 before drawing your blade? How can we expect to do proper business and have people obey if you keep on killing everyone who dares cross you? Now rumor says some blokes from the dead family are looking for you, and one of them even swore to kill you. Don't come home tonight. I've seen strange men patrolling the streets. They may be some commie militia or something like that sent to arrest you. Go to a safe place for a few days. Maybe go to a hospital or Whitechapel. Make yourself useful for once by checking if any business should be settled over there. When the situation is calmer, I'll send a wet boot boy. Alright.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
Have you heard of...
Blackmail? That's not my style.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Bastard cut me good.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favour.
Only the
Hello,
strongest
darling.
survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
We're just marinating our victims right now.
How is your hospitalization?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with...
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
What's wrong?
Come on, Dr. Reed.
But you're alive thanks to...
What are you expecting, a medal?
Really is not much importance being said here.
How long do you think you can escape?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know it's strict.
Cool.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One
What
day
a name.
I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
You won't be coming back.
Am I right to assume your wife's letter?
I was so mad I threw away the knife she got me when we got married.
Your wife gave you an...
That knife has always been my lucky charm.
Do you want it back?
I don't need it here, but if you'd be kind enough to bring it to me, I'd be really grateful.
A grateful Clay Cox? I might just...
I can give you directions, but I'll be surprised if you manage to find it. My hideout isn't meant to be found.
A lucky charm? I never would have taken...
We all have our flaws, Doc. Mine's to have my...
Okay, so we'll probably
What can
kill
you tell me
him.
about your marriage, Clay?
Marriage is the sweetest cage, they say. Well, I found myself locked in one with a wild animal.
You mean your wife keeps you on your...
No, I mean, we both have claws and we both love to bite.
Fair enough.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox.
This place is full of sick...
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all...
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you...
Oh, I do.
I'll
And
leave.
that's to make sure that you're worth every XP drop that I can get. Okay. So let's see. Recovering. We got him ready to go. Ooh, 6,000? Choices. Okay, so for the most part, we've gotten everyone, I think. Let's see if she has anything else to say.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, life in London, nothing. Personal question, nothing.
Goodbye.
Come here, Tippets.
Good evening.
Doctor,
Remove
have you
the
heard?
choices.
I have no time for such trivia.
Okay, don't care. Jeez, that's
Goodbye,
a lot more hints. Come here.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Yep.
Have you heard of...
There are a lot of secrets round here. I'm not surprised someone tried to make money from them.
What kind of secrets?
I'm not in the gossip business, Dr. Reed.
Personal question.
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of leaving the hospital?
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can. Question is, where can we go? Where is it safe?
Do I just slaughter everybody?
I'd like...
Like, it's so tempting. Ooh, opium. How do I check on that person? I'm kind of curious how I look for whoever's spying on one chick. Anyway. Hello.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
Renfield. That sounds familiar.
Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again.
I'm gonna say, you look
You seem
familiar.
surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp... The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to...
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
I can believe it.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have...
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Aww.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
What are your expectations?
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
Oh.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Well.
Please continue.
She's not
Every
wrong.
detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
You are aware that I too know the thirst for the scarlet nectar.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed.
She didn't answer
I'm
whether
sure
she
of your
killed people or
discretion,
not.
But I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Okay, before we continue, we have some side quests. Recovering.
A pigsty would smell better.
Hi?
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost...
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the...
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but we had a disagreement.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend. What can you tell me about...
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir.
Okay.
This is a dangerous part.
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
What can you tell me about...
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is...
Where was your friend the last time you...
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose.
I have all the information I need for now. If I...
Thank you, Doctor. Have you found...
Not yet.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I have... Thank you.
I'm expecting to get some more information out of him.
I cannot enter.
We've dodged death so many times. Oswald, you can't just die like this.
Yeah, we'll do some side missions first. This will be side mission galore.
It's locked, all right.
Ooh. Wrong. I have to be careful. Interesting. Okay, so I can still fight these guys fairly well. Good to know on that front. I just have to be a little careful is all. I'm also trying to look out for more hideouts. It'd be cool if we got more XP off of them. Rogue Skull. That's dead. Oh. Not dead. There you are. Okay. Hello, Miles. We're just collecting XP for this session, I think. Ooh, large and beautiful knife with a name engraved on the blade. Oh, clay.
This must be Clay Cox's knife. A fine blade. No wonder he wants it back.
Okay, so with that grabbed... Alright, so there's that. That's not even what I was trying to do. Oh, that's the one I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. We're going to continue exploring slightly for now. Since we're down in the Narrows here. Oh, you're only level 2, never mind. Delicious. Dead.
I cannot enter.
Okay. So we don't have much else to do around here, so we'll go ahead and teleport back over to that side real quick. I didn't mean for this to be a side missions only, but that's what it's kind of turned into. Kind of works out though, so. Yeah, again, it is kind of the style of the game. Whoa. There's 2 of them as well. This is not something I was expecting. Oh. Cool. Trying to not target anymore. We'll have to kill off this one first. Oh my goodness. 2 hits. Okay, where exactly am I right now? Okay, so I picked up the knife, that's good. I kind of want to fight them, honestly.
Look lively! It's on to us! Filthy piece of shit! Let's see how it likes a bit of fun! Don't like birds, does it?
Go ahead and finish him off a little bit. Perfect. Alright.
Leech spotted! Watch out!
Uh-oh. Oh.
He's dead!
Perish. Good man. Very kind of you. Okay. Oh, hello. Okay, go ahead and get rid of him. And we can do with this one to our luxury. Oh my goodness, that freaking auto-aim garbage. Oh my goodness. Wow. Can we not? That's a little better. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's a little annoying. Go ahead, do it. Oh, thank you. Whoa. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Heal. Shield. Nope. Heal. Heal. Might just be better not to even have that. Heal. Oh, hey. Heal up again. That lunge of his is absolutely ridiculous. Wow, dude. Oh, this is fight. Alright. Bye-bye. That was rough. No, only 45 XP, that's very annoying. Alright, cool.
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication.
Never a good move, he says. Never a good move.
Never a good move.
Holy freaking crap, man. This is probably the best we'll ever do in like a somewhat boss fight. Okay, so with that's good. That's good. And we'll track that one now. Which is... oh, it so happens to coincide with... I mean, it makes sense for it to be at the hospital. Holy crap, I can't believe we actually pulled that off. Also, shout out to the dead man lying in the street. I saw that earlier and I just didn't mention it. Oh, well. It seems to be commonplace here. Oh, wait, no, we can tell old dude what? Or give dude his knife back first. And we can go ahead and get something worthwhile out of it.
Hey, Doc.
I have found a gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't make me an accomplice to your future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again.
I'll leave you for now.
He's still recovering, although his blood quality is maxed, so we may... the temptation. Oh, it's so tempting. Him I'll probably definitely kill. Just because this man's literally
Good evening,
pickpocketing the dead.
Good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of
Bad
any help?
memories.
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad news. People are so desperate they're ready to burgle a shop for drugs.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headaches you're trying to cure.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison without the correct dosage? Then there are the legal ramifications.
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed? However, if you would agree to improve it, I'd be glad to accept your help.
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiments, I may try to gather these substances and even help improve upon the mixture.
That's all I'm asking for, Dr. Reed. That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
I want to know about these secret tests you run, and if they can save people from this epidemic.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following your steps, Dr. Reed. I'm casting away the shadows of ignorance by daring to face them.
Self-confidence is essential in our line of work, my young colleague, but only if tempered with the correct amount of cynicism.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr. Reed. I've read all your articles and books. You performed the most daring research during the war.
Sure, you have my support.
Dr. Strickland. I know exactly what it feels like to battle an unknown disease with only your mind and force of will to help you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You don't know what that means to me.
So we just want people, or they just want us to tell them what they want to hear. Okay.
I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect.
Oh my. Hello? Oh, well, we're now pickpocketing dead. Cool. So my earlier comment means absolutely nothing.
It's locked.
Hello, good sir, that I don't like.
I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Oh? What do you
Please
have
show
to
me
trade?
one. Of course. It's...
Oh, crap, I can't eat you. No. 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 Oh, that's sad. Very sad. I was very hopeful to just munch. I'll just have to wait pretty much until I know what I need specifically. Hey, hold on. Come back here, Chief.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Have you heard of someone blackmailing people in the hospital?
Pardon me, sir, but I have no...
Are you afraid or uneasy being...
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels.
An interesting point of view.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there.
Rian has an interesting
Milton
philosophy.
Hooks helped me get a job here.
There are some lines in here that I can appreciate.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
What was up with the mane?
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Still a character that really didn't matter in the long run so far.
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir, but I rose to the challenge.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Do you realize how many soldiers died?
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reed. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
Are you finally back, Red? Hello, man? What? Hello, Sam. I am not Red, but hello. Do-do-do.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind
You're
of
good.
goods.
There's a lot of dialogue in this game, so I feel like I don't really get a chance to talk. Because I don't want to just talk over them.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's
Oh
very
my goodness.
unhygienic, even unsafe.
Hello, Sam.
Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people.
How am I? I'm doing well. I'm enjoying this game quite a bit. It was a little bit different than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more horror game rather than like
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things.
RPG-ish.
I trade. I exchange. Some people sell. Some others buy. I like to help.
I mean, this is an RPG, is it not? Like, I would say it fits pretty much within that classification.
How dare you steal from the
Mainly
dead,
with all like the
Rakesh?
relationships that
Is
I have
that
to
what your
keep track of.
pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir.
Tell me, Sam, do you know who I can murder freely?
Could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would
Because I
agree
need
if
XP.
they could speak.
You may be right, but you'll go to jail if you're caught.
If ever I have to go to jail, I'm sure I'll find a way to help people there, too.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake.
Every action has a
I love
consequence.
life,
Darn
and
it.
I'd like to live a long life.
Darn it.
But
I was wondering if there
everything
were
has to
like
be
any
paid, sir.
free passes.
Even goodwill.
Oh, oh, I wanted free XP.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all
Uh,
die before losing our humanity, sir.
I've seen that zone health thing, but I'm quite
So you're
curious if there's...
ready to die?
So there's literally no
I'm
way
not.
to not drop that
I
if I
don't
kill
fear
someone.
death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think...
See, that's what I like to hear. Because I'm thinking the Cox guy is one that I can freely kill. I thought about murdering this guy just for the fact that he started pickpocketing dead people. Then we also started pickpocketing dead people. Although I guess we've been doing that all game, haven't we? Also, he has valuables that I may desire, so darn him for being a traitor. Oh, yeah, I still don't know where to look for the vampire spy. Oh my goodness, look at all of the XP I could get from this man. We gotta be super careful, pillar characters. Yeah. Yeah. And the issue is, I don't know who, like, can I kill anyone? And, like, the pillar, like, the main pillar guy will not care? Like, will Swansea care about every single person? Because if so, that's very sad. I'd be very... Look at how much XP I can get, though. Like, look at it. Look at it. All the people I've already, like, just gotten ready to die. Hello, good sir. If I kill... Dude, I don't know what it would do to the game, but I would absolutely love to just go on a massacre spree and just kill everyone, but I know I shouldn't, and I don't know what the consequence of that would be. Missions give XP too. I know. I need more. I want to be a bad vampire. I mean, I want my XP is what I want. I want to be a strong vampire. Shout out, by the way, to a game that actually makes vampires, like, cool. Like, strength-wise. Like, the idea of manipulating blood.
There's no
Appreciate
need
the
for
follow,
alarm,
Sam.
madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Oh, this patient. I feel like there are going to be a few characters like that where you're just going to be like, oh, this guy.
Dr. Swansea is quite busy, and I need you to help me get
Oh.
acclimated. I have many questions.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight.
You'll get in a
I'm
sec.
Harriet
Okay.
Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something.
Yes.
This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
I'm sorry, what?
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
Brother. By the way, is it true, like, is my thought process right that half the dialogue in this game is, like, fairly skippable? Like, there hasn't been much said from, like, side characters that is, like, necessary information.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm.
Oi,
I see those
Miles.
little bitches' greedy
Chill,
little
alright?
eyes, just waiting for
Don't
me
cross
to
the
pull
line
off
here,
they are.
alright? Calm down.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
You're good, Miles.
This is
Also,
your business,
wow.
Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next
And
round.
more. Dear Lord.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Oh, I like how it doesn't give me any XP for... I was gonna say, like, she, I will definitely keep. My God. Just went for the throat. Wait, what am I doing all the way down here? Find Dorothy in the area? Press V to activate your senses. Okay. Dorothy. I wouldn't skip convos, by the way. Okay. Like, I've just sped by some of them where, like, I get the idea where the conversation's going. Whoa. I like the full experience. Ah, okay. There's just so much dialogue. I'm just like legit last part. I was like, oh my God, like I'm never gonna get to kill anyone else during this part. Like there's just no one else. Speaking of, hello.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Nom 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 nom. Your stream, you're the boss. All right. Well, I do like to take like advice for like a better way to play this from someone who actually knows. I talk about throwing caution to the wind, but then I would actually just play as safe as possible. Ah, hello. I knew I could get around here somehow. Hello. Oh my, you are a beefy boy. No, thank you. Whoa. Ooh. Ow. Got interrupted. Pop. Pop. Ooh. That's not what I wanted. Give me your blood. That would be a good vamp overall, but there are a few I might embrace too. I think when you meet them, it'll be easy to guess. Okay. Delicious. Num 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 num. The heck was that? Oh. That dude.
Don't worry, we're safe.
Don't worry, we're safe.
Okay. I was mainly gonna aim for the Cox dude because his storyline seems to be fairly over at this point. There's just one part where one option is deceiving. Okay. I really circled around this entire area, didn't I? And all I needed to do was go to the gate. Because that's not very suspicious, me just standing here watching them. Hello, out in the open, cool.
Don't worry,
Hi.
We're safe.
Hi, guys.
You're sure
Don't
you
look
come
left.
back with me?
Nah. See someone at the hospital.
Freaking what? In a major event? Okay.
Be careful.
Thanks for the heads up.
You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals. Or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
How was your day, by the way? Pretty okay. This morning was a pain. Technical difficulties in a job. Also, like, we just waltz up here, like, immediately after. Wait, where did she go already? What? Okay. Morning sucked, to be honest. Yeah. Dude, but going back to the game, sorry, Miles. Like, honestly, like, vampires in this game seem kind of cool and strong and interesting, mainly for the sake of my boy turning into, Soren, I think the name is, from Magic the Gathering. Friggin' Sanguinemancy and friggin'... Ooh, hello. And shadow control and whatever. Dude, my boy. Got the magic going on. Was the rest of your day good, though, Miles? Oh, this looks lovely.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Not really. The insurance systems are... Ah. Is that a me or Miles, by the way? I'm going to assume Miles. If their insurances can't find someone to do a root canal, call like Jesus. I was gonna say if there's anything else you can do, and no, it does not appear that there is. My goodness. Ow. Okay. Very slow. The healthcare system, the U.S. healthcare system can suck. Can get braces, but God forbid you need a root canal. Yeah. God, I can't think of much else you can do though. I just off the top of my head.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please.
Sybil, grab some pliers and rip it out.
Okay. Okay, I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
I'm not that knowledgeable about what you can do in order to secure a root canal session, specifically in relation to the insurance companies, so... Oop, didn't mean to leave. But yeah, Sam, were you asking me or Miles what we had done so far? I don't think I'm dispatched almost every way possible. Miles, I think you're good. Ooh, rat. Yeah, you guys are in the game. It's side quest. Ah. I think we've storyline? Oh hey, we just got an achievement for eating enough rats. Storyline wise?
Thirst for blood.
We are at the Band of the Dragon? Interesting. We've done every side quest we've come across, so getting the knife back, getting the supplies for the doctor to try and experimental research. We have yet to do the looking for the person who's spying on the patient who thinks she's a vampire. Currently, we're trying to figure out who is blackmailing the female vampire friend of ours, Ashburn, I think her name was. Yeah, same as Sam says. Good luck to you, Miles. I wish you the best in your 61st dentist. Yeah, we haven't made it very far. Most of our time now has been spent just talking to people. Concerning the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, I would advise our members to be very wary about these so-called scholars. Yes, indeed, most of them are always affable and respectful whenever they approach us, but it would be quite unwise for a discreet circle like Ascalon Club to foolishly speak about our goals, our members, or our traditions. I also would like to remind our fellow members that the Brotherhood itself is ancient enough to have some mysterious traditions. One of them, according to some informants, could be the ritual of the so-called Ban of the Dragon. It seems that in certain conditions, when the Brothers of St. Paul find a violent or bloodthirsty immortal, they call upon his ban. What it is exactly, I don't know. Does it really exist? I don't know if for sure either, but what I've established as facts is that whenever a hostile or vindictive vampire has threatened London, it disappeared without a trace after the Brotherhood pronounced a ban upon him. The loyal Fergal Bansha himself has never been foolish enough to openly provoke the Brotherhood. This is a lesson we must all remember. Never be considered a dragon by the Brotherhood. Ascalon, I believe, is either a knight who slayed a dragon or a sword that slayed a dragon. I forget which. High school DxD really didn't go into it much. Oh yeah, apart from combos, there are these two. Whoa. Sewer beast. You know, there's a lot.
What sort of creature is this?
Meant to dodge that. You know. Oh my. There's a lot of, like, monsters in London for it not to be common knowledge, I think. Bruh, he's whimpering. Sorry, I've been making food, but I've also had horrible luck with dentists. I couldn't afford removing my braces, so I broke them off with a spoon. Aww. There we go. Oh. That missed. Oh, that was bad luck. Oh, that's worse. Bro, Lark, if you want to ask something, I'm here. No spoilers, I hate too. Just saying. Oh, what, spoilers or the combat system being a little finicky? Well, yeah, appreciate it though. Bye-bye.
Here's what's left of him.
If you're sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, appreciate it. If you're sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you're from, come see Dorothea to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked. Just find Darius Petrescu's house and present this coupon. Da-da. Okay, I'm all comfy and I took my sleep aid, so I'm on alert. Good night, y'all. Good night, Miles.
What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her. This is despicable.
But delicious. So that was the letter? Okay. Hmm. Nom, 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 nom. I don't know who's responding to Miles and who's actually just saying goodnight, but goodnight to anyone that's actually going to sleep.
Good evening, Nurse Branning.
Good evening, Doctor.
Fair enough.
Goodbye, Nurse.
That was fast.
I'm afraid the trail of breadcrumbs leads beyond the hospital premises. I must leave for a time.
Is that so? Why?
Now it's time for you to be patient. It would seem that your blackmailer is part of a more complex machination whose root is in Whitechapel.
Machination? Do you suspect another immortal is involved?
I have no idea, but I'm certain to know more when I return from Whitechapel.
Do be careful, my good doctor. When immortals are involved, the stakes tend to escalate quickly.
I'll return with case solved or carried on my shield.
Like, there's so many monsters and immortals around that it's just it feels, again, like going back to it, it feels like this dystopian like world should be a war between mortals and immortals. But it's not, because most humans, supposedly, even though a majority of the humans we've come into contact know about friggin' monsters and whatnot. It just feels weird. Feels like a different world than what it's supposed to be. Oof, so close. I guess we'll go ahead and get the blood barrier, allowing us to get another level on hard fighting. Oh, now I can get an ultimate move. Very interesting. Major district events. Every night the consequences of their actions may improve or degrade district health status. It can also be degraded due to diseases spreading among citizens. Okay. Cool. It would appear that we've been doing fairly good. Headache. Need treatment for a headache. Man has a very amazing hangover. Cold, bronchitis, pneumonia, sepsis. Ooh, we don't have one for that. Okay, cool. So, go ahead and upgrade the gun. Ooh, I wish I could upgrade the steak. Oh, I thought that was a wanted poster. Good lord, I really do feel like just murdering someone around here. Gosh. Could be such good points. Gather the ingredients. We'll start off with this, I suppose. It would appear that it is inside. Ah, we can eavesdrop. Okay, didn't realize this was a thing.
can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Interesting. Hello, you totally don't see me here. 2 feet from you. Dude, people in this game are oblivious as can be, man. Oh wait, we're wanting to bring stuff up to our area, aren't we? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, right here.
Strickland's project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report it to Dr. Aykroyd.
Choose what to do about him. I think we shall see where this goes. He is our devoted
Good evening,
fanboy.
Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Yes. There you
I
go.
have managed to improve the mixture by diluting it. Have you ever heard of Sir Joseph Francis Olive? Or the placebo effect?
No, I don't think so. Why?
A placebo is a substance or procedure that has no actual physical effect.
You made a placebo of my project. Why?
Research has established that a placebo, as long as the subject believes in the effect, can provoke a positive physiological reaction.
Really? That's fascinating. And you want me to, what, administer the placebo and see what occurs?
Something like that, yes.
Well, I'm a bit surprised, but I trust you, Dr. Reed. Please take the key to my cabinet and put this placebo there for future use.
Okay. Good man.
Goodbye.
Oh, it's upstairs. It's always upstairs. Cool.
It's locked, all right. At least Strickland can't kill anyone with this formula.
Let me just snoop around real quick. Oh, hello. Mortimer Goswick, Dr. Aykroyd, convalescence to be determined. Notes the patient shows many signs to have extreme fatigue and major sores on the throat, mouth, and tongue, but no sign of flu, refuses to speak. Claims it is too painful, needs rest, and healing of throat mucous membrane before any decision can be made concerning his release. Nice.
It's locked.
Darn.
It's locked, all right.
Hmm. Oh wait, hold on. Anything right here? Nope. Ah, that's sad. Okay.
You always
How
knew
can
the
we be
words
sure
to
we're
calm
making
the
a
children,
difference?
Ellen.
I'm all right.
As for me,
Don't waste your time.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Your medical report says you're not affected by the Spanish flu. What do you think of that, Mortimer?
Does it make me happy? Not in the slightest. If it was up to me, I would have left this place long ago. I know I don't belong here.
And why do you think you don't belong here?
I know the staff have more important things to do than look after me. There's plenty of patients here who need their attention.
You know, good man. Very, very good man.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
A little bit overbearing, but alright.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Alright, well that hasn't changed a bit. Personal questions.
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you then.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
Oh, hello. I like this idea. I guess we can do a tell.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Okay, fair enough.
I have to...
Bye-bye.
Doctor.
Okay. So, let's see. We have more side quests now. So, we shall go... I guess do this first. Oh. I guess we'll run out the front. Or this isn't the front I'm going towards. It's also a dead end. Ooh. Nice. My dear mother, when you find this letter, I'll be gone. I want you to know that I don't leave because of you. I leave this world because of the crushing weight that existence puts upon me. These times are too much for me. Sometimes I feel like Baudelaire's verses have been written as an echo from my own heart when the low, heavy sky weighs like a lid upon the spirit aching for the light, and all the whole wide horizon's line is hid by the black day, sadder than any night. It's as beautiful as it is painful, mother. I can't suffer anymore. I don't want you to try to convince me, and it would only delay the inevitable, for I would do it again if by any chance you managed to save me once. Farewell, your son,
In this
Mortimer.
letter, Mortimer Goswick does nothing to hide his desire to die. I could give it to his mother, but doing so would betray his trust.
And we don't want to do that, now do we? Not when we're about to snoop around his flat and steal some of his money. Jesus, what a dump. Fertile is the belly of the beast. Vampires create their foul progeny with blood. We all know that some of us witnessed the process even, but what is really going on here? Is it the only way for a vampire to breed? Let's review that what we know so far. When willing to create a progeny, a vampire will not bite, but give its blood to drink. Most of the victims die when bitten, but some of them survive and turn into leeches themselves. This only happens when they have assimilated the vampire blood one way or another. It is not the predator's bite, but its blood that infects the victim who will turn if he or she survives the suffering of the metamorphosis. It also seems that the vampire can breed by having intercourse. The vampire mates to produce a child. Sexual intercourse between a vampire and a human rarely produce any birth, but some of them tried anyways. A vampire gestation is only a few weeks short, and the pain is almost unbearable for the mother if she is mortal. She will not survive the birth. The vampire comes out of her womb by tearing apart her entrails. If the mother is a blood drinker, it will probably survive and regenerate. The newborn vampire will quickly grow and turn into an adult vampire in a few months. Interesting. What that also tells me is that the transformation is very much like Vampire Diaries and the originals.
It's locked.
That's what that tells me. Although the process of them having to die beforehand is not stated.
This is no place for a gentleman.
It's one of them!
Num 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 num. Num 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 num. Num 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 num. Delicious. We'll look after those two in a second. For now, we shall deliver this letter to Mortimer.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye.
No, thank you.
I'm all right.
Hello, good sir.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Here you go.
I have retrieved your letter, Mr. Goswick. I can assure you that nobody read it but me.
Thank you. This is for you, then. For your help. And for your silence.
I think you should talk to your mother. It would be good for both of you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. I'll think about it. Now, please, let me be.
Wow.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an unbearable feeling of despair while the world crumbles around you. Tell me more about it.
There's nothing more to say, really. It's hurtful, it's unbearable, and I don't ask anyone to understand what I feel.
Despair is a deadly poison I've tasted myself, sir. We're only tempted to drink it because we're terrified by the uncertainty of the next minute.
I know that perfectly, Doctor, for I waited for so long, hoping that the next minute would be less unbearable.
I have to go now.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time.
I mean, I've already gotten this man up to full blood. Oh, wait, he wants to die, so maybe I can just devour him. That's a thought. Evening, gentlemen. I do believe I would like to stun you first.
Die, vermin!
Ah, you first. There are so many of these guys around, it's insane. Uh, 25th October, guard a Perwin command post, East End patrols, vampire activity, hospital survey, investigate. 3 days ago, one of our new recruits heard a rumor about the presence of a female vampire hiding in the Pembroke Hospital. On the East End, all we have is her first name, Thelma. Your mission is to discreetly go there and observe any suspicious activity concerning said leech, then report directly back to us, and we will decide the action should be taken. Nice. Are we going to tell her about it? Oh, okay, no, we're just... Oof. We're gonna go hunt these guys down and take them out. Nice, I like it. I think above all else, I like the style of this game. Whoa. Oh me, oh my. Um... Oh. Bye-bye. Oh. What boot boys know concerning the recruitment of new boys in Whitechapel? I think I found one. Albie, he's as stupid as a stool, but tough. I asked him to prove to me he could get some drugs for the black market and deliver it quickly and nicely. Next time we meet, I'll tell him he's accepted as a wet boot boy, and he must now meet the boss. Boss is to get his orders. Albert Palmer. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and heal up a little bit more. Alright. Cool. I must say, it's rather annoying how these guys just start to fling around the torch. Good sir, you better get some better aim. That was lovely. What is this? Oh. I feel like I have gone into the wrong place. Oh, maybe the right one. Never mind.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Ooh. Hello. What level are you guys? Not that high. Petition letter. Mr. Bates must stop for months, for years, maybe. Cadigan Bates has exploited us. Mr. Bates must stop. If we had more money or proper jobs, we would never rent any of his extortionate flats. Mr. Bates must stop. We all know what revolting solution he proposes to the women who can't pay the weekly rent. Let's meet him together soon and demand for an immediate change. I'm sure that went well. Shillings. Something tells me that I can murder this one without much issue. Hello.
What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment, I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
What are you doing here? This place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent, but those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them. And now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages.
Oh. That's a shame. He's not worth much. Why do I feel like the people who really wouldn't give me that much of a headache for
Braille.
consequences?
I need someone who can read this.
Are the ones with like the low XP? Actually, let's see if I can't boost his XP. Can I talk to him and actually utilize the things that...
You had better return to White.
Safety isn't written.
No, not right now. Be sad. Alright.
This is despicable.
Perform deadly combos. Oh, cool. I suppose while I'm here, why not just... Abyss. You create a shadow vortex at your target's feet, coming to life. The shadows interrupt an enemy in the area and inflict... Ooh. Blood cauldron. Boil your target's blood, causing it to violently... Whoa. And these cost nothing? That's fascinating. Nom, 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 nom.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Nom, 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 nom.
I have this thirst for blood.
It's a leech!
Oh. Didn't know that there were more guys here. Hey. Okay, anything else around here? I hear a cat, but I don't see a cat to eat. It's very sad.
bloody leeches every night. Aye.
Hmm.
But the guards recruit more and more every year.
Yeah, I guess we can just go ahead and kill these guys. Hey guys. Hmm? Very annoying.
There's one of them vermin.
Ooh, trigger parts. Ooh, handle parts. I like what I'm getting now. I keep hearing cats. I think I've gone too far past where I was supposed to go. Now we have ghosts? What is this? Where's Danny Phantom? I thought it was baby crying at first, not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, like, the baby crying wasn't my first thought. It was either a ghost or it's like a dog. Hello, gang. If you don't mind. Kill you. Oof. Ooh. That was bad. Come here. I really do feel like the combat is very finicky in this game. Okay, I got the tag in, but so did he. Bro, why am I facing the Order of Assassins here? Like, straight up, man has like a wrist blade and everything. Okay, cool, cool, very cool. I love this idiocy. You... Okay, dude's hitting me with that combo breaker type beat. Turd. Ooh. Hi. Ooh. Reports about Pembroke, Scout, Luis Cagney, Pembroke Hospital survey, vampire activity, sir. Having observed the Pembroke Hospital for 2 weeks now, we can confirm vampire activity first. We now have proof the presence of a female leech inside the hospital. The beast is clever. She acts like the mental patient to hide her true unholy condition. Personally sneaked inside the hospital and heard the creature whining about her need for blood since her body is decaying. But it gets worse. The administrator of Pembroke Hospital is Dr. Swansea. According to our team leader, Amanda Tilton, who died yesterday in a fight against Skull by the canal, he may be a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. If that's true, then there may be something big going on in Pembroke. Maybe even a nest of vampires protected by those bloody traitors of the Stole. We don't know what to do, but we are convinced you better come quickly and with reinforcements and heavy gear. Nice. More people for me to kill. More XP. Okay. So, what's cool about what we just encountered, by the way, was the fact that we now have a new stake to use. Hmm. I suppose it's worth it for, like, the heavier stun. That stamina usage is disgusting.
Pembroke is so lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know. I met him in New York once.
If only there were more of us.
There you are. That's who I was looking for.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening.
Let's make a trade, shall we, good sir? I have a lot of coin. And I'm willing to trade you a whole lot of crap. I'll keep the pill bottles just for the sake of potentially creating something from those. Need to deconstruct one first. Oh, hold on.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need blood, Doctor.
I have made inquiries about the men who were tracking you, Miss Howcroft.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they hunting me down?
It was a misunderstanding. These hunters were in fact looking for a very different creature, but they mistakenly put their sights on you.
I knew it. I have become undone. Those hunters have discovered me, but they don't know what I'm capable of.
If you'll accept some advice from a petty mortal, I think you should assume a low profile and just quietly disappear into the shadows.
You are right. And you have served me well, mortal. Take this as a reward.
What does she have that I won't?
Perhaps I will allow you to drink deep of my blood. One day.
Thank you. I'll keep that proposition in mind.
Oh.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
Find it interesting how we cannot mesmerize her.
I'll leave you.
Okay, well, there's that. Now we need the freaking solution to headaches. Oh yeah, I forgot to give the cold medicine to that dude. Oh wait, there's not many places to go in this game, I just realized. My oh my. Okay, so we've done apparently every side mission we can here, it would appear. Unless there's more that just haven't popped up on the timeline. Why can't we mesmerize her, I wonder? We've succeeded in everything we've done. Can we mesmerize you?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doc.
No, we cannot. Ooh, we're only level 1 in the mesmerize area. That's a shame.
It's locked, all right. Good evening.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I would say we can do something else, but we don't really have the time for it, so I guess at this point we'll be continuing with the main mission next time. Honestly, I think this went fairly well. There was a little bit more talking, but a lot of fighting involved as well, so I'm quite satisfied with this. And we've kind of completed everything we can in this area so far. So yeah, I guess we'll just continue on to the next area and slaughter as many as we can. Still don't know where to find water for the plant.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Oh, I was really hoping to upgrade my pistol as well, even though I haven't used the bloody thing. Oh yeah, I was gonna deconstruct. Ooh. Yes, please. Because honestly, I don't need money right now. Money is not that high enough of an interest for me. Hey, there we go. Cool. Neato. Alright, so yeah, next time we shall be going to Whitechapel and doing what we must there. Either that or I shall backtrack to the other area. Just to have a little bit more investigation here. Although, honestly, I'm sure I'll circle back around to that area later. For now, I think I'll just continue on with the main story. Yeah, we'll continue on with the main story there. Alright, so thank you guys for stopping by. Thanks for staying around. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And do I care to do an upgrade? You know, a lot of my weapons now are going to be using a lot of my stamina, so we might just boost stamina. Oof. Oof. I think we shall. Alright. So, with that, we shall be done for the night. Thank you again for stopping by. Thanks for sticking around. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Maybe we'll kill someone. Like, a character that is somewhat worth experience. Until then. Oh, why did it just tell me my investigation was succeeded? Either way, see you guys in the next one. Good night, everybody.